왔으니 또 여기 만
Ini pero satu itu nanti apa? Ini spot atau bella? So, try one.
The breath somewhere. Oh, corks and bottles ready to pop out. Oh, no more crying. We are knocking out another year of new loves, broken hearts and crazy, crazy rides. And when you hearing the countdown, goodbye, oh dear, thanks for being around. I feel the next one is going to slay, and it's a minute to midnight. People smiling and embracing, they are having a great time. You can read it on their faces, it's a minute to midnight. There's no way I'm feeling blue People smiling and embracing, they are having a great time. You can read it on their faces, it's a minute to midnight. There's no way I'm feeling blue, 'cause in a minute at midnight I'd be busy kissing you, and it's a minute to midnight. People smiling and embracing, they are having a great time. You can read it on the faces, it's a minute to midnight. There's no way I'm feeling blue, 'cause it's a minute at midnight. I'd be busy kissing you.
그러니까 여기다 뭐 지서가.
Easy come and easy go. You're an unfading star
Chocolate.
Late night, the Hollywood Hills, starlight, social life thrill, heart-stopping thrill, looks that could kill. Red lips, a lit cigarette, black dress, smoky silhouette, collecting our bets for lovers roulette. Round and round she goes. Where she starts, nobody knows. Vanishes like a ghost.
なんかいい顔してるんだけど5秒だ。
すいません、救急隊が通ります。そちらの方に入っていき。
なんか
真が最高です。
写真撮ってそうそういっぱいで。
Pronto, dove sei? Sono.
これがモチーフ。
Gracias.